What's up, guys? Welcome back to DeeterPlays. Now look at this guy. This is WAKA-LAKA, a new Loomian here in Loomian Legacy that is a part of this Halloween event. So I'm going to tell you how to get this guy here. So first thing you want to do, go to Sephiroth City, and down where Battle Theater 3 is, there's a new little area here that you can go to as a part of this Halloween thing. So you just come over here, you go through this door, and there's a bunch of scientists over here, and there's this main guy here in the middle who's a little bit crazy. He's got green hair. Not sure why he's got green hair. That's obviously a sign that he's crazy, but you can actually enter his nightmares. Now you go in there into his nightmares, and in his nightmare area, which he has this little thing that is a dimensional portal, which I think is a bigger part of the story overall. But once you go in there as a part of this Halloween event for a limited time, you can go into this area, and inside this area you see that thing back there. It's like a scarecrow kabunga, and you can run into some of those over here, and you can also run into some things called candies. And there's also this mansion right here. If you bring 25 of the candies to the mansion and you say no, that you are not going to bring him any more candies, he will come out, and it's a metro, it's called a metronome, or like, I forgot the name of it. Yeah, it's a metronet is what it is called. So it's like a marionette, but it's a metronet. I don't know. But anyways, you want to come over here and get a kabunga. Basically, you want to catch one of these. So I recommend having one of your Loomians with the move spare. You can use spare. That will get it down to like 0 health, like 1 health basically, and then you want to catch this thing, so you can use just a regular disc or an ace disc. These aren't too hard to catch. Now the metronets, those are much more difficult to catch. Even if they have like 1 HP, those are very difficult, and you kind of have to go through that as a part of this thing and catch one of those things in order to get to where you've got the options with the scientist. But you're also going to have to do a lot of grinding in this area. So see these little pumpkins on the ground? If you go and kick those pumpkins over, you're going to get some of these little candies that are called spooky treats. So you have to get actually 100 of these spooky treats. So it's going to take a little bit of time to go through here and actually get one of these spooky treats and be able to do this. So you're going to have to run around a whole lot. You're going to get some of these. Some of them have 1, some of them have 2, some of them have 3 treats, but you have to go until you get 100 of these. So it's going to take a little bit of time. There's a little bit of grinding that's involved in this whole thing. And you also have to have somebody that you can trust that you're going to be able to trade over to. See how there's all of these things over here. Early on, you see right there was a little bug that said an error occurred, but that's not really happening anymore. We're just capturing a little error that are good. But once you get 100, like say I've got 100, I've been grinding, I've been in here for a while, I'm going back to the scientist here, and the scientist will actually do a little trade with you with your treats. You go and you talk to him, and you go to exchange treats. Now this nightmare orb right here that costs 100 treats, and that's why it takes a while. You have to go there and buy this nightmare orb, and you need this as a part of the whole trade thing that you're doing in order to do this evolution. So you do that, you get those 100 treats, you get the nightmare orb, and now what you want to do is see one of these little scarecrows over here. You want to put him in your party, and basically you want to give that nightmare orb over to the scarecrow kabunga. So over here, we're going to scroll down to the nightmare orb. We're going to give that here to the scarecrow kabunga. And now what we need to do is go to the trade resort, find a friend. We've shout out to Lukely1234. Guys, check out his channel. I'm going to put the link to his Twitch in the description. But see, you guys see there's the event thing. They're holding the orb, and then once you trade this over, so basically you have to do a trade with the scarecrow kabunga holding the nightmare orb, and then once you do that trade, then you will see an evolution. And then you can see that this thing is evolving, and we're going to watch this little evolution cycle here happen. But yeah, so we did this here during a live stream. Now, as far as finding a friend to trade over with, you can use like an alternate account. If you have an alternate account that has gotten past the first gym that you can trade over, or a trusted friend, or trade 1 kabunga for 1 kabunga, so it's a direct trade across. But this is going to evolve to the WAKA-LAKA. Now this WAKA-LAKA, I haven't really used him in PvP battle at all yet, so we're going to see if he's capable of anything. There's also the fact that you can get a saddle for the Metronet, but that is 600 of those little candies, which is a lot of grinding. And each time you want to get 100 of these, I think it'd probably take you, probably takes maybe an hour of grinding to get those. It could take up to an hour, maybe like a half hour. But Fungus Curse is the move that he's got over here, which is cast a spell that swaps the effectiveness of light and dark type moves against all plant type Loomians in battle. So I'm not sure exactly the application for that one. I guess we're going to see. So I think it makes it pretty much immune to Eclipse and some light and dark moves overall, but I guess we're just gonna have to see in battle how this one shakes out. But this is the WAKA-LAKA, and that is how you get it. You got to make sure you go into the event area, which is open for a limited time. You have to get the Scarecrow Boonga, which is only available for a limited time. You have to get the Nightmare Orb. You have to make sure you give it to him, and then in order to trade him over, you got to make sure he's like not in your party. You have to put him like in a different group, and then go to the trade resort, trade him over, and then after he evolves with that Nightmare Orb in his possession, then he will evolve into this guy right here, the WAKA-LAKA, which is pretty cool looking. I gotta say, this is one of the coolest looking Loomians, and it's one of the newest ones. And yeah, if you guys are new here, I would love to have you subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll talk to you guys later.